This episode is sponsored by Paragon Open, October 24 through 28, 2018 in Stamford, Connecticut. Hi guys, I am back at the Emerald Ball with Marzena
Stachura.
Oh, I love that. And of course, she is a former World Professional Smooth Champion, owner of the Royal Ball in Los Angeles and the Mastery Dance Camps in Las Vegas. And we are going to discuss what went on in the Pro Smooth at this wonderful competition. So, we've come to the top three. Very, very interesting event from here on in. Into third, from California, we had Yegor and Alexandra. And I cannot wait to hear what you say about this young couple.
Okay, so here I go, right?
Here we go.
I love Yegor's dancing. I think he is truly probably the best boy in the smooth final. This is another dancer, like Roman. Those two boys, they can do any style and they just fit right there. Amazing quality. I love the oiliness and dancing from his body. I don't like when the boys are stiff at all. So for me to watch him, he's such a performer as well. He knows how to play with the music, knows how to play with the audience, knows how to play with his partner, which is great. So my head's down to this boy. I just want to wish him all the best because I really hope he can make it to the first place soon. Because like I said, I just truly love his dancing. Sasha, very talented young lady, very talented. I love her uniqueness in her movement. There are certain things that bug me in the same way. Very often I see she's very back-weighted. And it could be related because of that both of them are quite tall and they are the same height. So unfortunately for that, you know, sometimes she tries to be smaller and she shapes and then that shape gets held for too long time and it starts looking back-weighted. Because of that, the feet start moving off the floor quite often, and the footwork, it's a question mark over there. This is one of the ballroom girls, actually, again, because Sasha used to dance ballroom before, that sometimes I question, would you do the same thing in international walls, what you just did in American walls? The footwork shouldn't change. So I would say, Sasha, continue work on developing your feet, but in the same way to counterbalance the height, I would say there could be more creativity in the routines. They already try a lot, but especially shadow positions are the one that you can really see that she tries to connect to him through the shoulders to not show the height difference. If that causes such a big issue, maybe some steps are just not designed for a couple on the same height. So I would look through the routines carefully towards the nationals and see if there's places when you're being held in the same position for a long time, maybe get in, get out from those positions sooner. So we don't get to see you in a back-weighted position for a long time, because she is so unique in her movement and free that we wouldn't like to lose it. And somehow it comes out totally opposite. It just becomes look like she became stiff. So sometimes I'm a little bit like, is she really that flexible, or was that the choreography that was that flexible? Because when it's the steps that they are being held in the same position for many bars, then she doesn't seem so flexible in her body. One more thing, I did not particularly like the look, unfortunately, so I would just say one personal thing. I like the hair down. I actually did one competition with the hair down as well. Sometimes the biggest issue with the hair down is when they're picked up very high, everything starts getting in the face. So very often it becomes a little chaotic. I would say whoever does your hair and is your hairstylist, maybe they can, if you love the hair down, just make them lower. So even it comes across the neck, it doesn't cover your eyes. So that's one thing. And I love that experience too. And unfortunately, I was told, Marzena, you're the champion, you shouldn't do it. So I took it back. And just there are certain things that we think it's so much better for us and they make us free, but I still know we have to follow certain rules and guidelines to fit the style that we are dancing. So like I said, just play with someone who is your hair designer and just see if they maybe can make it lower so you look more clean on the face, and we don't get, especially because with your movement, there are so many moments when we see just hair in the face. So that would be my little advice. you take it or you don't take it. I just want to share what I thought. And but guys, everything is moving on a great track. I just, like I said, work on your shadow positions especially. That's the moments when we see a back weighted and feet. That will be one thing.
So you said something very interesting there. You were the champion and people told you not to do something.
Oh, yes.
I was always under the impression that was the only time you could do something.
I would say one of my coaches, actually Wolfgang Opitz, he told us, Marzena, you look so good when your hair is down. So he said, do something like this. We experimented one time in Vegas Open and I got 50-50 comments. So I would say for someone who wants to be the champion and doesn't want to have anything that it's wrong with you, you will do whatever it takes to stay at the top of the game. And if it's changing the hairdo to go back to the cone head that I had for most of the comps, I would do whatever it takes to make sure that I fit into the style. Yeah. And like in Latin, in rhythm, you can experiment so much more. We are still ballroom. So sometimes like when the girls are like almost in the Latin dresses, I'm like, it's not a Latin division. When the girls are coming with all different crazy hairdo, I'm still thinking we're still ballroom. It's American ballroom. So we, no matter how creative we want to be, do it at the show number. Don't do it in a competition with certain things, you know? So that's advice from me from the past. And I did listen to majority and we never lost. So it worked for us.
There you go. Okay. Just do what she says. All right. Easy. Marzena, once again, brilliant answer. I'm really learning a lot of stuff in this episode. We now have to go and find out who came second. So guys, don't go anywhere because Marzena has danced so much during this interview that she spilt her drink all over the place. And we have to go and get another drink. But we will be back with more from the Pro Smooth at the Emerald Ball.
Yes.
Yes. This episode is sponsored by Paragon Open, October 24 through 28, 2018 in Stamford, Connecticut.